Hi everyone, Namaste. So welcome to the Navratri series and this is the day 3 of the series. और हम अभी तक डे 1 डे 2 में बात कर चुके हैं. मॉर्निंग में उठते ही आप क्या लेंगे, which is a warm light herbal drink. The recipes has been suggested to you in the videos of the series day 1, and then yesterday of course I spoke about breakfast, and now today I'm going to speak about lunch. Now everyone who has worked with me, whether it's my celebrity clients or whether it's anybody else, they all look forward to lunch, because lunch is the time when they can really eat a nice big wholesome meal, and it's something which has many varieties, many options, many items. And of course this is the Navratri series, तो उतना ही fasting के items भी available है. There are so many fasting options that are there. Obviously as we all know, fasting में हम लोग barnyard millet, which is समा के चावल, राजगीरा का आटा और राजगीरा in itself, और सिंगारा और सिंगारे का आटा, and things made out of pumpkin, carrots, aloo, lawki, even yam, which is arbi. So all of these things are they come together. Now firstly I would like to kind of re-emphasize why it is important that you have a pretty good wholesome lunch, because anybody who is on a diet, and I have met a lot of people who actually fast for these 9 days so that they can lose weight, right? So a lot of people who want to follow this either for weight loss or for any reason, but people who kind of have been on a diet multiple times, this diet, that diet, usually what happens is that they would have a very nice apparently healthy lunch, so to speak. So they will have salad and sprouts, and then they will have a rukha sukha fulka, and nice green vegetables. So a very small and light lunch, because they feel that it's a diet. But then what happens is कि जैसे ही वो lunch cross करके शाम होती है, शाम को you have all the cravings to have all the kinds of junk, all the kinds of chips, wafers. अभी उपवास का टाइम है, fasting का टाइम है, so there will be a lot of these wafers and pakodes and chips, and all of these things will be there. So should we तो अचानक से वो डाइट फिर ब्रेक हो जाता है. अचानक से लगता है अरे दोपहर तक तो सब अच्छा चल रहा था, लेकिन शाम होते ही where does my motivation go, where does my willpower go, everything goes for a toss, and dinner of course is even more bigger and heavier. So if you want to break this pattern, then start having a heavy and wholesome lunch. When I say heavy, of course I am not meaning that you eat till here and you overeat, but what I mean is that you have a nice substantial lunch. If you are somebody जो fast करना चाहता है but शाम तक headaches होने लगता है, acidity होने लगती है, hunger pangs होने लगते हैं, cravings होने लगता है, then do know that it's all because you are being too light on your lunch. You're not eating a proper lunch, and that's the reason you're having all these problems. So eating a proper wholesome lunch is extremely important, so that your fasting can go effortlessly. आपको किसी भी तरह के तकलीफ नहीं हो, किसी तरह का इंडाइजेशन, किसी तरह का हेडेक्स, हार्ट बर्न, ये सब नहीं हो. और अगर आप any which ways, even on a normal day, if you have been trying very hard to lose weight and you've always been thinking कि दोपहर तक तो सब सही चलता है, शाम को क्यों गड़बड़ होने लगता है, it's simply because you haven't put enough thought on your lunch. And I'll again repeat that if you want your lunch to be healthy, wholesome, substantial, then ensure that your breakfast is lighter, because I have not met anybody who has had parathas and puris and halwas and paos and bhaturas for breakfast, and then have also been able to eat a hearty lunch. That doesn't happen. It cannot go hand in hand. So of course the day has to start right, and that is why we are doing this each and every day, jahan pe I'm talking about a single meal in a day, so that you can understand how the meals are interconnected. You have to start your day in a certain fashion, in the right way, so that by evening you see that you're feeling so light, there is no cravings, there's no hunger pangs, and that's because you have already started your day on the right note, eating the right kind of meals. So lunch, as I said, it should be nice, king size. तो lunch अगर king size होना है, so यू नो ऑफ कोर्स अभी फास्टिंग का टाइम है, तो आप कुछ तली हुई चीजें अगर बना रहे हैं, चाहे वो पूरी है या पकौड़ा है, देन ऑफ कोर्स हैव इट एट दिस टाइम. यू कैन हैव इट अलोंग विद योर लंच, अलोंग विद योर मेन मील. अगर श्रीखंड है, हलवा है, इस तरह की चीजें बना रहे हैं, तो भी दिस इज द राइट टाइम टू हैव इट. If you are making things like a thali peet, which is a mixture of many fasting grains together, then that also can be had at this time, because when you mix 2 to 3 grains, even if they are fasting grains, they are slightly heavier on the body as far as digestion is concerned. Therefore again it makes for a good lunch and not a breakfast. Even the farali dosa and all of these kind of things can come for lunch, to ensure that your lunch is hearty and wholesome. So lunch mein aap ensure karo that you have at least 4 to 5 items. Again, lunch is the time when you can have your roti and the rice together. I'm talking about the fasting rice, which is sama ke chawal, or which is also known as barnyard millet rice, or which is also known as vrat ke chawal. So you can start your lunch with any kind of roti or parantha or puri. For example, a kuttu ka roti, or even a singhade ke aate ka roti. So you can start your lunch with a roti, and then you can even follow it up with this barnyard millet rice. 2 kinds of varieties of sabzis can be there. If you want to have some kind of wafers and pakoras along with it, that can be there. If any kinds of chutneys you want to have, that can be there. And if you want to have any kind of a halwa, or any kind of makhane ki kheer and all those kind of things, even that can come for lunch. So of course there are multiple options for lunch, and all of them we have already put it out there in the Navratri diet chart, which was posted on the first day of Navratri that started. So please go there and have a look. But just to wind up, I'll re-emphasize कि लंच को होलसम करो, उसमें कंजूसी बिल्कुल मत करो. आप लंच अच्छे से खाओगे और सही टाइम पर खाओगे. व्हाट इज द राइट टाइम फॉर लंच? द राइट टाइम फॉर लंच स्टार्ट्स एट 11 AM. तो 11 AM से 12 PM के बीच में आप लंच को शुरू करो. आइडियली योर लंच शुड वाइंड अप by 12:30. 12:30 तक आपका लंच वाइंड अप हो जाना चाहिए. एंड दैट कैन बिकम अ पॉसिबिलिटी, एज आई रिपीट, इट्स ओनली एंड ओनली इफ यू हैव अ लाइट ब्रेकफास्ट. अगर आप 9 बजे तक एक लाइट ब्रेकफास्ट करते हैं, ओनली देन योर लंच बिकम्स अ रियलिटी, बिकॉज यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग हंग्री at 11:30, and you start having your lunch and you finish it at the right time. Why this is important is, again, this time which is there, 11 to 12:30, 1 o'clock, this is the time according to Ayurveda. This is the pitta dosha, this is the pitta time of the day, and this is the time when your body is fire. Pitta is basically a fire element, so your body is fire means the metabolism, the metabolic fire is shining its best. It is at its peak, which means that you have a great digestion power at this time, you have great metabolic capacity at this time, and therefore you should make use of this time. If you're having your lunch at 2:33, you have just missed the bus, and it makes no sense for people who are really keen on watching their health, or for people who are keen on losing weight. It makes no sense if you miss this. So do make sure that you eat lunch at this time, even if you go by the circadian rhythm diet, where the Westerners are telling you to eat according to the position of the sun. Even they emphasize that because the sun shines brightest at the noon, which is the 11:30, 12:30 time, this is the time when your meal should be the most wholesome, most substantial, because even according to the Western science, most of your enzymes, digestive enzymes, and everything that is required for a good digestion is in a good capacity at this time of the day, and therefore you should not miss this time of the day and eat. So even if you're in the office, it makes sense that you remove some time to eat, and therefore I would just sign off saying this कि अगर आप वजन कम करना चाहते हो, या फिर आप चाहते हो कि आपकी वेट लॉस जर्नी एफर्टलेस हो, या फिर आप चाहते हो कि आपके 9 दिन का नवरात्रि फेस्टिवल बिना किसी हेडेक्स और क्रेविंग्स और हंगर पैंग्स और एसिडिटी एंड किसी भी तरह के डाइजेशन इश्यूज के बिना अच्छे से निकले, स्मूथली निकले, then please plan for lunch. If you plan for lunch, I assure you that you have won 90% of the battle. You will be in a very good place. आपके पास जब 3-4 बजे का जब शाम का वक्त आएगा, यू विल सी दैट यू आर नॉट रियली क्रेविंग फॉर एनीथिंग. इवन इफ योर सामने बैठे वाला कलीग इन द ऑफिस हैज ओपनड अ पिज्जा बॉक्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, और डोनट्स और पेस्ट्रीज और केक्स, trust me, you will not feel the need to exercise your willpower, as they say, because you have just been, nourished well. So it's just about eating at the right time in the right proportion. It's really not a matter of willpower. और अगर आपने वो कर दिया, you will be amazed to see how fluidly and smoothly your evening and your dinners go. So I hope you make this change in your plan, and I'll see you tomorrow again with the next meal. Thank you.